The water crisis is all over the earth, but we will be focusing mainly on our country, India, the crisis in India. Clear? Now, why is there a need for conservation? Why do we need to conserve water? The points are easy, and I will briefly explain each of them. Number one, as always is the case, increasing population. First problem, whichever problem of India we consider, this is the major factor. So whether you're doing soil chapter, natural vegetation, or even when you're doing waste management, anything, this becomes our primary problem. Increasing population means more demand for water, and more demand means excessive use of water. You can add on one word over here which you should be using in your answers: over exploitation. This is an important word. We are over exploiting water, meaning using more than is necessary. As it is for human activities, we need lots and lots and lots of water. And individually, we do not try to save. Everyone wants to use an extra bucket, an extra mug, a little bit more, and that is how we are faced with this problem. Because of increasing population, we have to save water. Otherwise, the next generation will be without water. Clear? Second, related to the first point only. Because of increasing population, the water table is getting lowered. Now this is a real problem. Surface water, ponds dry up, lakes dry up, rivers dry up. Still, it is less of a problem. Why? We have a bank, and the bank is underground water, water table. If the water table is good, we will be fine. But if the water table is steadily going down, means we are in trouble. And you will notice in densely populated cities, we will not go to other cities, we relate to Ranchi. One of the thickest populations of Ranchi is found in Upper Bazaar area. The water table over there has gone down drastically. The reason is so many people are living in that area. And they need water. They're carrying on drilling wells and using water. So the present situation is a crisis. This is not to be allowed. To protect this, we have to conserve water. Okay? Then we come to the third point. Due to loss of vegetation, cutting down of forests. Due to loss of vegetation, what will happen? Less rainfall. Okay? Less rainfall means water table will again go down. Understand? They're all interrelated points. Got it? So these are the reasons why water has come to such a condition. In some states of India, people are literally buying water for daily usage because they don't have water. Clear? You know the state of Meghalaya. Okay, now in Meghalaya, you have this place, you must have heard the name, Cherrapunji, and one more name, Mawsynram. Both these are important names. Why? First, Cherrapunji was recorded as having the largest or highest amount of rainfall, was considered the wettest place. Clear? And then here the quantity decreased. Few kilometers away from Cherrapunji is the place Mawsynram. This has become the wettest place. Both these places are where? In Meghalaya. But if you go to Meghalaya, you will find the people don't have water to drink. They don't have water for cooking purposes. They don't have water for bathing purposes. Every day they are bringing water in all kinds of containers, purchasing it and using it. So that has become the tragedy of India. Clear? We have rainfall, But the rainfall now is decreasing because we have cut down vegetation, and that is affecting the water table. Then you take down the next point. India is an agricultural country. We depend upon crops. Our economy depends upon agriculture, and agriculture can be successful only when we are doing the work of irrigation. Irrigation means supplying water to the plants. Now, irrigation requires 92% water that is available. That's a very large amount. So, if we want to grow more crops, again, we should be saving water for doing more and more irrigation work. Clear? Next, I limit it to only 5 points. The last point is, of course, pollution. Wherever there is water, people are throwing something into it, washing something in it. Net result, all the available surface water bodies have become very badly polluted and cannot be used. Clear? So these are the reasons why we need to conserve water. They are simple enough, easy to understand. You learn the points, the side headings, and at least one line for explanation. Now we come to the conservation techniques. Now, conservation of water means, again, using water only as much as is needed and sustainable use. Preventing the pollution of water, not wastefully using it. These are the things you're supposed to remember in conservation. You will get the definition, the similar definition what you've done in soil, in natural vegetation, just change the words here and there. Conservation definition will be the same. Now, methods of conservation, starting with rainwater harvesting. Now, this is a term you have to get very familiar with. It is very important in this chapter. Rainwater is collected, stored, and used. 3 things should be mentioned in your definition: collection, storing, and then usage. Normally with rainwater what happens? It falls, flows off. It goes off into different water bodies or simply flows into a drain. When we want to save water, we should be collecting the falling water, storing it in tanks. If we don't have tanks, simply dig a ditch. Clear? And then using that rainwater in the best way possible, not just letting it stagnate. Clear? So that is rainwater harvesting. Now, rainwater harvesting is under 2 heads. Okay? One category is rooftop rainwater harvesting. I'm writing the abbreviation. Rooftop rainwater harvesting. And this is surface or ground level. Surface or ground level rainwater harvesting. Rooftop rainwater harvesting. There's a very simple diagram in the chapter. Learn to draw it. You simply have to draw a house. Here, I have shown it for you. You draw a house. The most important thing you have to show in the house is a flat roof. Okay? Not a sloping or a slanting roof or a thatched roof. A flat rooftop. Clear? Now that rooftop is where the rain falls, and that has a special name. We call it catchment area. The area where the rain falls. This is the part, these are the units of rainwater harvesting. Right? The roof of the house If it is a house, it will be the roof. If it is the ground level, clear? The entire area where rainwater is falling, that is termed as the catchment area. We are in Namkom and we have the Suvarnrekha close by. Clear? The entire region, the parts of Ranchi through which the Suvarnrekha is flowing, that entire area will be the catchment area of Suvarnrekha. Why? From those areas, water is running into the river. Got it? What is catchment area? Now, the second part of this is conduit. It's just another word for pipes. Pipes or drains. If you look at the figure, from the rooftop, the water that is falling on the roof is being diverted. It is being diverted through pipe to a tank. You can dig a tank on the ground. You can put a Syntex tank over there. Anything, but you store that water at the ground level. Clear? So, the pipe is the conduit. How do you define it? The system, the method which is used for transferring water from the catchment area to the third part of it, which is called the storage facility. The storage facility. Clear? Now, storage facility is usually a cylindrical ditch like this dug in the ground. Nothing has to be done. Clear? You simply dig it out. The lower part of the ditch, these are pieces of bricks. Pieces of bricks they are. Clear? Above that, they place sand. Smaller stones are put, smaller bricks are put, and then above that they put sand. Clear? This should be the formation of a ditch. So that hardly involves any cost. Clear? This acts like a natural filter. The rainwater which is being collected here, clear? Because this place is not plastered, the surface below is not plastered, naturally, by a natural method, the collected water will percolate downwards. Clear? So what are we doing in this process? We are recharging, refilling the water table. See this diagram here. It will carry on percolating till it reaches the water table. Clear? If not directly, we can attach a pipe. Suppose we are using a cemented tank or a Syntex tank, those black tanks that we have, RCC tanks. A pipe can be attached and the water can be allowed to percolate through the pipe downwards. So these are the three parts, here they are, the three parts of a rainwater harvesting unit, rooftop one. Okay, starting with catchment area, then conduits, then storage facility. Sometimes they add on an extra. They call it, after a storage facility, this can be called a recharge facility. Clear? So this diagram is important in the book. The parts are not labeled. It is drawn, but the parts are not labeled. The definitions, you will get it as I explained it. Right? We come to surface or ground level rainwater harvesting. In this case, different kinds of ditches are dug. Clear? And you just need to have a list of the names. Okay.